So it's who comes out playing a better game today. Fluorescent already looking for that early battle versus Camo. I don't think Camo's had the best time individually. We'll see if he can show up today.
Well, they certainly started it out well, but traded out in the A side, lost as a result. Team Liquid will be forced to play this one as a retake. Pistol round here on Abyss. Ghosts across the board for Apex and Team Liquid. Looking for those headshots on the way through, and up close, the first challenge will be Fluorescent. Good delivery onto Kiko. Are online for Avova. They can stop this defuse every step of the way. Instead, Team Liquid want to get ahead of that utility. Fight into the choke point. Drop these players before they can use their utility. It came damn close.
And I think that's going to be a big part of things, because I think there were a lot of pieces missing last time Apex played. Maybe some nerves on the stage, maybe having the standing, because I feel like Odorous played very well individually.
Phenomenal second map especially.
It's always going to leave those extra gaps where maybe the synergy isn't quite there.
Part of this round, a lot of players sitting outside of the A side. Flash is primed and ready. They're going aggressive. They're taking the fight to Apex, but they will.
3ラウンド目ディフェンダー側がプッシュするのはあるあるじゃない？結局武器差があるから、まあでも武器強いからやんなくてもいいと思うけど、今のフラッシュ強い。あれ食らうんだな。
And now for Kiko, we're looking for those heroics again. Had an insane performance last time on this map, and well, the first kill goes his way.
How much more can you expect? Even the reveal forces him all the way back in A main, and the same problem that we saw in that pistol round. Utility is going to be there. Shock darts are online, and they're fired through for big damage, and a kill on the back of it, leaving Nats alone, facing down the stun, and then the gun. Hold on! He's come out with two! It's happening! Makes the impossible reality right in front of our eyes.
なんか嬉しいな。久々にナッツがこんなんやってると。
Prepared for anything just yet, but that 1v3, I was looking at it in the moment where Kiko gets that to half, and I was like, oh, it's unlikely. But there is somehow an opportunity when you have Nat still on the board. But that is an early blip for Apex that, although it's not a killing blow, like it's not going to obliterate their economy, that was a bonus.
It's a round that they should have won anyway.
100% should have won that. It's going to be infuriating. Cosmic Divide available, and again, it looks like an early brawl.
It is indeed, and it's Camo going down. Kiko still holding ground, and Kamek stepping up for the fight. Another big push early on from Team Liquid. But it's not ended up in the best position. Fluorescent pops off with those last two. That puts her up to 4 kills already. And it's Nats, the player who clutched the previous round, now meeting his demise. Fluorescent answers back.
こいつ GC いたらそりゃ破壊するわ。
You're looking at a player, the first to make it from game changers into the league, acing versus Team Liquid, a mainstay within the VCT. And there are players on the other side as well that you're talking about, highly experienced, a minimum of about a year within the league, if not more. What a big round from her individually, trading out so many of those early successes. They literally are just holding as passively as possible.
30 seconds left.
Ultimate activated, signaling the start of the push on the other side of the map. Fluorescent's gone down. It won't draw any attention away from this site hit. Plant coming in on B.
All the defenders also coming in from a direct angle. No one in from behind.
ギャンビットってもうバルブンもないのかな?
There's Malzy down. That second flash won't be fired out. The spam and the smoke a tiny bit off. Close to the head, but not close enough. Hold on. The reveal forces the deep use to stop. It's halved already. Avova needs to be looking at this spray. No, not today. Time to bring that weapon.
Hold them back. It sort of relied on effective spams and basically just holding on to the player advantage that we saw earlier in the round. It's going to be another on the board, but even still, the amount of players surviving leaves. This hasn't worked.
Yeah, Team Liquid had that rotation from Kiko start of the round, and it's still here. 3 players stacked up on A, ready for this fight. Fluorescent blinded, had to use up a Cloudburst to stay alive, but can't find the players. And now it's found out open in the side. It's Team Liquid winning every single duel.
Contact, and you can see exactly what happens when contact comes in. You have the immediate pop of the cages, you have obviously all the trips around, but then you also have a paranoia that was thrown through. So when Floor goes over the top, she is completely blinded by everything thrown in the majority of the rounds, not heard anything.
この定点めっちゃ良くない？なんかスモーク返されても毎回綺麗に入ってるね。
Look how pacey this is from Apex. A complete change-up. 2 players waiting outside of the B site, and the remainder just left on the backside. Hype finally onto the board. First kill of the match. Can Nats hold on?
しんどそう。
Surely not. Those cages are about to fall, and he is surrounded.
まあ消し
Numbers
取られてるからこれ
everywhere.
は無理だ。
Behind him, beside him, and right in front. That one was done before it got started. Kiko caught as well by Hype. A big pickup, putting him on the
位
board
置
at
はピーク
last.
そうし、いや
Team
別に
Liquid
押しとか
and
じゃ
a
ない。
little
うわ
more
うめ
aggression
え。
facing them.
これさ
A
マ
flash
ジ
from Halsey,
一
a
生
peek
いい
from
フラッシュ投げる
Fluorescent.
ね。モ
The
ルシ
chances of this round
こいつのフラッシ
from
ュずっ
0
と
to
いいフラッ
none.
シュだ。
Patatech one has a little bit of utility as well.
別に
But
押しとかないから
this
俺
is
フロ
too
スセン
big
ト
of
と
an ask.
ナッツ見たかった。
Surely the first one even gets the reveal taken out. Swing on backside, spots one, but time is ticking. And surely now it's ticked too far. He would need more kills by now, and he would need Hype.
I think as well, a lot of the way that he's been playing so far has been isolated. There's been him lurking through mid or lurking on the other side of the map, whereas this time it was a clear plan of him and Avova wait while they take middle control. And that is sort of the value, like, of having one of these quicker rounds is we've seen Liquid play so passive that the only hold they've had in mid was all the way back. That means that space is free.
Rotations and making this a headache for the side of Team Liquid.
Got to be careful not to be too slow. When you have that null command for the defenders as well, it's going to be utilized already. A bit more passive in some of the positioning. Fluorescent just trying to cause issues in the middle, but will be isolated and taken down. Hunter's Fury also sent through from the attack, but it doesn't find a thing, and Kiko's just walking around, walking into the site. Nobody there to stop him. Finally, Avova will put him down, and the spike is planted. Well, Hype.
わあ譲らん戦いしてますね。
3 kills last round, 4 in this.
4 with 14 HP. Yeah, it's not tip. Well, even looking at Team Liquid, one of the problems they had was they had burned those ultimates early. But it's almost worked out for them. Now the cycle comes back online. Hunter's Fury is there for Kamek moving into this round. And you've just seen some dumped in by Apex. Batu used his for...
Ration to A. Again, we see the knife thrown in towards the site, hoping to catch out Nats. Instead, Fluorescent leading the charge.
ナッツのポジショニングマジうまいな。こいつここにいるのやばいでしょ。うめえナッツ。
He gets there in the end.
Yeah, a nice little spray transfer. They weren't expecting him to be sad. It was beautiful. Hype's got a chance. Patty's given him an opportunity, but their map pick, it had me worried, but certainly seeing a world of recovery here. And a big problem is this A-site defense with Nat. They don't seem to have clocked the fact that when that jet dash goes in, he is sticking close to that pillar.
Patatech has spotted her out. The more interesting thing, though, is how far Hype has
Fluorescent
managed to get, walking all the way in.
あ、これまだあるんだ。これ一番キルしてる人だね。
I don't think he had utility, or unless I missed it, for the cross.
お強っ
Okay, more space. Hype will have less players coming through that choke point to try to take this duel. Hunter's Fury deployed. Hype dodges the first, doesn't dodge the second. They know he's up close, and he'll be dropped by it. A nice shot by Kamek. Adjusted his crosshair by a little bit, and it's helped down. Not gonna land the shot. Apex losing players, losing ground. And Team Liquid closing in on that spike. The Cosmic Divide goes up. If anything, it might even help them cross. Now all players right on that. Up close, Nats has cover from top. There's no way that they can deny this without just dropping all the bodies. Avova's come out with a triple. They all pushed him, and now the Cosmic Divide used for the reposition, but he's spotted, he's taken down. Patatech still in with a chance, needs to get this happen. Malsey is playing with the time. This one is ending neck and neck. A phenomenal display by Apex in this last round. I thought this one was done.
Him to find the kills, just utterly disgusting what was achieved in that round. But, you know, that is only one half, Mitch.
でこう2 on 4で武器拾って1キルドンドン。うわなるほどね。
Oh, Ani, you're insane, Uncle. There's 1v1s, they helped, yeah?
It's not like they've given that information away. Nats is going to hope that the Chaos has given him a gap to exploit. In fact, there's 2 players watching it, and that has caught him off guard. Your lurkers down. Now only the direct hit remains, setting their sights on A. But it's not like it's wide open either. Avova is here, and so too is Fluorescent. A tough take sits ahead of Team Liquid, and they'll group up, going to the back site together, finding one, but Kiko's gone. They try to find Fluorescent, and the reload. The lack of ammo, the only thing that separates them. They're still going aggressive. Liquid don't want to plant just yet. They're going to run straight into them. A surprise for Apex. Low HP on the remaining players. Batu's got a shock. A reveal in 20. And time on his side. Here comes the shock dart. It's fired out.
あー武器何やってんの今武器持ってたら今エイムあった瞬間さナイフシュッて振ってたよな最悪すぎる
No, I think he was checking if the player was planting and well, it got kind of baited by it. That's at least how I read that. But that's definitely an unfortunate mistake. First day. We'll give him a break. Yeah, not expecting. Yeah, and the attack was where Liquid were almost unstoppable. I think they had such a streak of rounds. Damn, this is aggressive. Okay, Fluorescent. A pot flash into the entirety of Liquid. Fluorescent is alive, and 2 of them are dead.
Fluorescent's looking for
ま
more.
たエストンのお前
Connecting on
うわ
Panic, another flash.
ー
This
惜
one
しい
not
待って
finding
なん
its
かツンツンだっ
mark
た
in the same way.
There's only so many places these remaining players can even be.
2 shock darts.
うわうま
Defuse already started and
うわーうめえアボバ
There's no way to
ア
stop
ボ
it.
バうめえこいつ
They just walked
こいつもマジでうまいな
Team Liquid
That's what I was
obviously.
saying. Like, you see where the grab well is put? It's put up top. So that's because that's the only place you can deny that from. Unless someone has wrapped all the way around the map and come back around behind them, which is impossible. So it literally was a scenario where Apex go, well, if they're up there, they're grab world. If they're coming from behind the site, I'm watching it. Just diffuse in the smoke. It became almost missing. It's not the worst case for Liquid. They make it costly. They now come in with a buy of their own. And this is where it comes down to crunch time. Early damage.
Nothing landing just yet, and indeed it won't. Devova inside the smoke. Might not be expected. There's a flash ready. Malzy's about to fire it through. Fluorescent's already connected. Now the push comes in. The retake underway. And it's Malzy landing that one from far away. Flash on the right. Fluorescent's not caught, though. Ready to take Kamek. Looking for a little bit more. The post plant from Team Liquid. With 3 players that they're up against, they needed something. And Patatek's the one to find Nats. Tucked in, lands another, and this round...
And then lose the round. In this case, it seems like they're having quite a few disadvantages, but coming out in those clutch scenarios.
ちなみに今気づいちゃったんだけど俺EMEA 地域もうこのシチュエーションで今9対7って書いてあったんだよねこのシチュエーションで9対7って書いてあったからもうクラッチできないのネタバレされてた今俺
Team Liquid, a very direct approach down middle, taking control over the broken door room. It's going to be Hype who meets the pack. Big play from him though. It's 2
まあ今の後ろ見てたの偉かったけどちょっとさすがにアングルが
one opponent up close, and that will be the spike drop. But this player is coming from all around. A flash inside the smoke. Fluorescent knows it's time for the shorty, but it won't land. Patatek able.
Playing this lurk of over already gone. That's just smokes. It's already going to be incredibly difficult with how passive Nats is currently sitting. And then also Kiko's going to join up. Patatek in the corner as well. Never mind. He'll do all the work himself. 4 kills to Patatek. Camo didn't have the best stats. He's doing fine in this game. And then Patatek and Kiko were there to clean up the mess. And that's exactly what happens here. Is like you have that initial aggression, space is found, and then Patatek is there to clean things. Greater. Instead of that outlaw. Floor, however, has had enough. It's going to be aggressive. I like the attempted use of that dart to find a player. Instead, though, it's very reactive from Liquid there, going straight into the site.
If Hype can hold his ground, they might have a chance. But if Camo plays backside, it's over. Big ultimate from Batu connects onto Kamek. And now the site
今
is
相場
very
ウルト
much
打ってる
claimed.
間に
The
後ろ
onslaught
が
has
入れない
been
から無理や
stopped.
りヘブンから落ちてったのめっちゃナイスプレ
Operator
ー
of
だ
Nats
よ
is gonna have to do some
That's what he's done in this round.
sick of the aim allegations.
Yeah,
He's
you
gonna
know.
come in. I'm the best utility player in the world. Fair play.
I think there's a few that's got to get past. So does Kiko. Ooh, that wasn't the best. The fact that 2 players peek, and he barely takes a lick of damage. The spike's still deep into middle, though. My only worry is Avova. If Avova goes down, this actually gives them a pass, but instead, he'll be there to take out
引き伸ばしとかなんか普通の設定じゃない人の EMEA 地域多いイメージあるな
2 players to get towards this site. That's the first. Hype just around the corner, and he'll be waiting.
It most definitely does. Using their Hunter's Fury in the previous round for a pick, drop down out of heaven from Fluorescent, and that more or less destroyed this round. The chances of it, at least. Patty was left on such low HP that
I like how he goes off the map.
Sent him flying down into the abyss.
Guys, let's go.
4 rounds in a row, though. Like you said,
Shoot them,
it's a
let
big
them
task.
nice,
It's
guys.
tough.
Let's
Team
go.
Liquid, by the end of this, perfection is what they need to strive for. And a push up on B main, they are certainly not afraid to take risks at this stage of the game.
詰まっちゃったな。
Tragic. The dash into
うわー、今の
Batu.
ダッシュ
Fluorescent
詰まったの
stopped in
めっ
the
ちゃ嫌
open.
だな。
And it's an
Try and give them some semblance of hope. Again, this attempted
Oh, nice
execution with
rush.
Avova. Calling for support, hasn't been able to destroy the dart, being tagged up by every
降りんの
single
これ。
piece of utility
お、
under the
強い
sun.
アボバ。
Almost done well, though.
うわー。
They've come up huge, leaving it now to just Kiko and a
アボさん。
wounded Patatech. I don't think they're going to want to let them get him back online, but actually they might not be able to stop it. It's a
で
grab
これっ
while
て
it's
さ、
still-
KO の下へ落ちるよ
I love
ね
the。idea for Avova. Definitely
Last
seems
player standing.
primed
30 seconds
with his
left.
Astra utility. Kiko so desperately low on health, won't be able to stand. What a round from Avova again.
Grain, 3 rounds between them. What a horrific
He
start.
literally didn't move it. He didn't move his
the
crosshair.
it was genuinely gifted to him. And just a
2 for
really
1.
unlucky scenario. And then for Avova and Hype to step
Nice!
up. Sure, Avova gets the last one. Another triple kill. Really where the problems multiply. Avova will be trapped on the site. Batu is a player coming right behind him. Doors just broken wide open as he was firing utility. Nats with perfect timing. And Avova caught through the edge of the smoke. Now
逆に何もできんくなったな。
Halsey and Fluorescent. We've already seen a clutch. We
Oh!
need to see
Nice shot.
another great swing from Hype. So much more to be done.
Managed to clutch it out once. Gonna need a little bit more. Hype does well again, but there's an immediate trade left all up to
GG.
Fluorescent to keep them in it, and it will not happen. Liquid on their map choice proved too good on the attack
まあ
side.
パティテックが強いの
and they will take
いいね。
map number 1. If you play against Benny, you've probably won.
Oh, that was just mean. Benny, if you're watching,
Nice
that was
flash.
comments
Ooh,
at that.
party
Patatech,
kick,
nice
ma.
little double to open this up for Team Liquid. They lost the opening duel, but a great conversion to put them ahead. Moving into this A side. Halsey's full blind.
Oh,
But Batu's not. Clearly.
Down A.
He's probably behind me, but he doesn't know that the push-up is coming in from Patatech, but the position that Batu has just slipped into, he couldn't have planned that better if he tried. So now he's safe, and Nats thinks he's walking into free space. There's no one around here, right? But he just cleared it. Well, it turns out Batu's still sticking around in the spawn. This is going to be a head-scratcher for Team Liquid. Now at least they know where one player is. The problem is they didn't find Hype.
Lost. Going for utility kills, like trying to get a few in the maps. I think he decided for map number 2, he's going to go back to the Turkish classic of headshots with Sheriff. And it turns out, unfortunately, that might be slightly better.
For Batu and a turnaround, as I said, he had
One way.
7 kills in the last map.
There you go.
And now he's got
Thank
6
you,
players are low. The rifle and Fluorescent down to 25 HP. Avova and Batu having their own, though. We just need a few shots to land on their side. With Batu down and time ticking, a hero needs to step up and make themselves known. And Fluorescent seems to be that hero.
わあ、
Both
ここ
now
でカモン
online.
レッツ
And
ゴー
the
やばい
health is going to come back as a result. Flash coming up close to Kiko's, just down on 10 HP. The star is at least used, though. That's going to buy them crucial time in a round like this. Kiko, the last alive 10 HP, has to go run, has to deny it, and can't even get close. Too many bodies in the way.
Another great start to this side from Apex. Just what they've been able to do. Again, Batu going strong. You've had the hold and Fluorescent just being able to retake that much space. It was getting dangerous. With how low the clock was, you have that grab well a little bit later. Those 2 picks don't go your way.
一応選手が欲しいって言えば、その選手の声ってコーチに聞こえてるから、コーチが取るみたいなのはあるかも。
Mainly Batu, who with 10 kills and 1 death, has decided to go for the big old gun, the operator. Smokes though.
Oh, nice
Oh, never mind! What a shot! That was through the smoke, right?
Yeah, I think it must have been. There wasn't much to be seen. I think getting Patatech back's going to be difficult. The no-scope fallback.
Ace!
Oh!
Wow.
Absolute obliteration. Yeah, it was in zone flawless, by the way.
Here, look, through the smoke. No, that's just disgusting. And then a no-scope wallbang. It put a stop to this guy.
There's a good, and that's good reveal from Mozzie as well.
Poor form from Evolve. Poor form from Evolve taking that 5K.
The thing is, I also feel like Batu's killing everyone before the rest of his team dies, so they also have a lot of credits. Whereas Fluorescent's ace was people being traded out. Speaking of Fluorescent, that's already the opener going Apex.
Response to that, you have your reveal, and this is a place that Apex, when they're going for retake, they've constantly gone into that position. Team Liquid's idea is to let them have that and wallbang them, and then fight for control over Art. It's a great adaptation, and one that's given them a lot of ground. Still, they lose one to Batu, though, and now the ult comes in from Fluorescent. Space will be taken, but Team Liquid, thanks to their adaptation, thanks to their Art control, they're not there. They've fallen back, they've given space. Shot by Batu, perfect. Ballsy on for another. That could have been the Hunter's Fury online, but instead, it's Kiko in a 1v4 with no chance. The door slammed. This was trading back and forth. 6-6 at the half last time. Big plays from everyone. And now it looks like only Apex came to play on Pearl.
I was about to say, he must have got pretty aggressive with that operator.
13-0.
Well, yeah,
Legendary.
it also seems very unlikely now. The more you talk about it, the less likely it seems.
There's the first.
There you go.
完璧終
And
わった
it's gone.
もう無理だやり
That
きっ
was
てこの
also
ラウ
the
ン
other
ド
thing you had to rely on was other players on the team not killing anyone, which made it a little bit more difficult. The thing is, if no one dies,
Last player
then
standing.
it actually still on, but unfortunately, well, he's now going to have to get even more kills because
うわ
Nat's got
う
one.
ますぎるフラッシュ2個入れんの
Unfortunately, it looks like Team Liquid are crashing out of this map altogether. This is truly a problematic one. Kamik's having a nightmare time, but let's be real. You can try and focus on an individual, but they're just getting slammed across the board.
You are so beautiful.
Until you see that 13th round or the OT conclude. For Team Liquid, though, hope is waning. Fluorescent.
Oh,
okay.
there's some.
Finally caught. Still have to get past Batu, who is on the flank and about to walk up behind Kiko. Never mind, Kiko turned and took him down in mid.
Not sure he was walking.
うわ 13-0 がおまだ
Even
ワンチ
still,
ャン
though, this
ス
has come back into a 3v3
13-0 ド
scenario.
リーム
Panitek up close. He's
Oh,
gonna go into the smoke,
Panitek,
gets
omae.
one. Actually, the second player was in the drone, but Hype still standing. Keeps things even, at least for now. Things slow to a halt. Dart tempted to try and reveal and does succeed, but they don't realize there's a second player on the side. It won't matter. First
あ
was enough.
さよなら13-0ドリーム
Liquid on the board.
After an 8-0 start, it would be a godsend. Finding it, though, will be a different story altogether. Apex, their first stumble.
But that's the thing, yeah, they caught both of the most dangerous players, one with a flash out, the other sprinting behind with an ult. It's like one away from a Hunter's Fury, one away from a Cosmic Divide. A single pick on this retake could get them right back in, and with how well Fluorescent does at reclaiming that space using this ultimate, I think a nasty surprise awaits her though. Camo perfectly positioned, and in fact, coming alive individually. Will meet Floor for the second time, and this time, that's where he lays.
Man advantage. Still a star online for Kiko, flank underway. It looks like this door may be well and truly shut on this round. That's not quite good for the kill, but running the clock down, taking the HP to a lower number, that's all they need to do. Kiko's got them boxed in with no escape. They called for the save.
ある程度エリア取って時間使うのって相手のアクション待ちとかまあそうだね相手がアクションしてきてエリア取り返した時にポジション持ってたら強いしまああと他のエリア取ってるのを待ってるとかいろんな理由がある
And now the ults that were close are going to come back online. I like the position held. As I said, this is a spot on the map that I do feel like the Cubby has been a real problem.
Removed from this battle, and when you think about the rounds that they've won, it's been because he is the point of contact.
I'm able to slow them.
おおてかここのポジションダグアウト綺麗に見れるの強いな
Nice.
うんま
Should be able to take down Kamek and
当たったし
actually
う
going
ま
to
す
get
ぎだろ
another
ウルト
tag onto Nats, leaving a big advantage here for the side of Apex.
Good shock as well. Damage across the board, Team Liquid. They're not going to wait for that retake. They need to get ahead of it, find some picks towards Arts where they're looking to hold strong. And Nats has done a remarkable job to start with. Conscious that Fluorescent's going to flash it and peeks right after. Beautiful stuff. Team Liquid maintain control of Art. Keek goes in for another. Batu, no success with the operator this time. And Evolva left to pick up the pieces. Smoke fades and Sona's
their favor at the end. And there's still going to be an investment here from that defense, but a little bit more troublesome. That shot is absurd, and even then you see the Cosmic Divide just slightly peeked ahead of all of those moments, taking advantage.
Entire round with nothing to do. Team Liquid, though, have realized there's no presence, and they've walked through the double doors, now looking to seize control in the spawn. They've been spotted. The ultimate used as a result back to 49 HP. Before he could enter that other dimension, his health trimmed down quite low. Regroup with Fluorescent. It's quick on the trigger for Patatek. Team Liquid have decided to move all the way back to Art from the flank, but Batu's ready. Right into Batu's waiting arms, of course.
Three positions. It leaves him on an island, but he still manages to thrive.
They certainly have the numbers, but Team Liquid having heated up. Kiko and Kamek. I'll try to make this work. The flash is good. The response is still there for Liquid. It's winnable. It comes down to a narrow
stages, but at least a little bit of a resurgence gives them the opportunity at the curse. That's about all that's on their side for now, though.
An impressive display from both teams. Team Liquid still having a bit of fight in them, but Apex coming down B-long. It won't be quite as easy to have that impact, though, with a flash out of the smoke, perhaps. There it goes. Quick swing, and no one's there. It's wide open for the taking till Camo steps in. Easy kill for Batu. Nats, well, they finally figured it out when a cage goes up on the site.
Not the start they were hoping for, and Batu just continues his reign of terror. The double myself here, but there's some maps where I look at them and I go, double duelist potential.
Yep.
Haven? Definitely one of them. I'm thinking to what Fnatic were running for quite a while, the ISO Yoru with an Alpha Durko.
Yeah, need to get shot in the head once and then have a reset.
Batu for me is still playing the Yoru.
Oh, you're still giving him Yoru.
It's Fluorescent on ISO.
Oh, listen, yeah, give me.
Same difference.
At this point, both incredible players, and there we go, Fluorescent. Put this one to 3 of the half. Goes from bad to worse if you're a Team Liquid fan.
Okay, now we did see this last game where we were saying questions about, don't get me wrong, Mosey, big fan. You having a rifle.
Well,
you gotta have faith in yourself.
Watch Batu. You know? Yeah, well, you do, I suppose. Watch Batu get 4 kills anyways. Decoy's gonna be sent out. Gate crash. It's being clocked in that corner. It's being watched as we speak. Batu will be dropped as a result. Well played by Kiko early on, denying that utility to push in from Fluorescent. The ultimate will be denied, and Kiko goes out for more. Fluorescent has quite a bit to do. The spike alone on B-long. Evolva and Hype can remain undetected, but the knife has revealed them. Now they need the kill. Okay, they caught Nats completely off guard, but a 1v3 for Evolva.
Be careful. That's all I'm going to say to the Liquid players. Be careful. They might not have the most number. Now I will say, okay, the most impressive thing I think we could see would be a comeback from Liquid. Second is the fact that Fluorescent actually might overtake Batu.
Which is incredible.
Which, considering, what was it? I think at one point
15 and 2, definitely.
Yeah, I think he had 16, was 7 at one point. Because I remember thinking it was 8. It was slightly more than like double. Here we go. Well, that catch-up continues already. The 1-2 punch.
May feel like he's in a powerful position right now, but he has to catch them off guard. That's exactly what he does. Now they know where he is. The timing here going to be everything. Nano already doing damage to Kiko, but it actually forces him forward, and that doesn't work out for Hype. Ballsy falls. We're getting scared. Kiko has a chance, and we've seen him. Kiko doesn't see anything. Looks like it's an inevitable scenario. Makes one into the smoke, catches the kill, has an idea on the second. Cosmic Divide. The barrel stuck through.
Where we see Avova go down, that's where you have to play the time. Like, you know that hasn't got to half. I can understand the thought process. You want to end it quick. You want to make sure there's no shenanigans off the back of that Cosmic Divide, but it should have been the info that it definitely wasn't half. And all that needed to be burnt was 2 seconds off that clock, and that spike's going up.
Yeah, also keep in mind, 2 seconds left.
This would be a bit of an unlikely one.
Hi,
Cosmic Divide in combination with Floor, but the hold is fantastic. Batu already gone, Fluorescent sent packing, and now playing up Savoy. The flash round from Camo is sublime. 3 already put down, he's looking for more. Decides to fall back just a little bit. Look where the spike is, look at the time. There's so much Apex need to do.
いや時間ねーこれ無理だ。セーブセーブセーブセーブセーブ。
Batu 15 and 2. It seemed like they couldn't put a foot wrong, but the same as the last map, Tom. Team Liquid seemed to be waking up, warming up, and hitting their stride late in the map.
Kill on 3 different players, and Liquid have an extra ult to play with. Kiko as well has been so good in these moments, and he's going to do it again. To push it to their own smoke, he uses it
これリキッド
find the double.
逆転すんの
This man uses ultimate for the reveal, and he lurks. Could be problematic. Camo's already waiting though. It's going to be timing, and he wins it as well. This now leaves 2 to try and hold versus double.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, that was it. Hype needed to pick. A tough one to find. Crouch peeking into Camo. 5 seconds. Plan needs to go through, and it won't. Kamek's already rounds. 3 behind. And Apex, who so far, every solution that they have gone for, that they've put any form of stock into, has immediately been met by a response. Whether it's Camo up close in A main, decimating their ultimates, their TP in from Batu in a convincing way, and instead, that lead has been diminished to a far less impressive one. It's not over just yet. This is a different taste of Apex's attack. They found the opening pick, or at least traded it back with Hype already down. They lost their double door control for a moment, lost their flank protection.
A lot of this comes down to Fluorescent once again. Hunter's Fury being utilized. Isn't able to find too much. Actually, Avova's found
このラウン
2.
ド
This now looks doable. Weaponry retrieved for him as well. Mozzie even has the ultimate, although he is not in a great position for the post plant. Might even have to think about using it proactively or just not using it at all. Trying to sit back. And with only a classic on Batu, not going to be easy for him.
Yeah, but Batu will have the opportunity after Malzy gets spotted.
Ah,
Batu comes swinging in. It's actually Avova.
おい何やってんのおーぶねえマジで
Luckily
What?
steals that one away. But instead, Apex end up
That
12
went
to 8.
wrong. I would have flipped him off from the caster death.
Yeah, everything just clenched. I can't unclench after that.
Yeah.
No, man.
There's a, by the way, pay safe card thrifty. They did win it with the low buys, but yeah, that's your IGL, by the way.
What are you doing? Exactly. What are you? I mean, I've checked the map 6 times to double check, but he doesn't have a gate crash down, right? This is just
I don't know.
unhinged gameplay.
There it is.
Finally, there is a gate crash with an AWP. He is looking to gate crash deep. Oh, he's used it to bait them. Nats almost meets his maker as a result. Kiko, good damage. Hype lands it onto Kamek for the trade at least. They've lost Batu, but still have the numbers. They had them, but Nats put a wedge in that. 12 seconds time to plant, and
10
Fluorescent
seconds left.
so very, very low. 8 now on the clock. It has to be now. It's already done. She's going for the kills, but...
Moments. Obviously, you have Batu with the op trying to sort of play around this area. Hype then picks back up that operator in the same position and just gets wrecked for it. Like, gets stunned up. You're not... Well, he would have had to no-scope Nats and...
There's no easy games, as we've said. There might
That
not be
Ruse
any
did nothing.
easy rounds for Apex. Like you said, ult goes into B. Nobody
30
moves.
seconds
And
left.
Camo still up close. The position that he got
Uwa,
so
umma,
much impact
こいつ。
from before. And it's happening again.
いつもここでワンキルして絶対止めてるよな、後ろ。
A much needed fight won by the side of Apex. They're on site, but so are so many of these Team Liquid players. In fact, the whole team is here, and Team Liquid are rolling till the wheels come off.
Yeah, I think it's all in Liquid's control. Again, you see these attempted plays through the smoke, and they are so ready for it at this stage. And once more, that dimensional drift just did nothing. It was sent in alongside a drone. It really was an attempt. Almost not far off at Blazestorm, as you said. A walk in here could meet a demise. Instead, an immediate pickup of the rifle. Pressure now placed on trying to clear those backlines. Getting the plant has been a real struggle for the side of Apex.
うわー抜いたんだけどナッツこれ時間ないまずいまずいまずいロセントどうなる
But so have some of the players on Apex.
Oh!
So is Kamo. Great pick by Batu. Batu again! And now it's Kamo left to try to put this across the line. Tap it in right at the finish line. 76 HP and going for the spike. The swing from Batu is as well. Finally, that last round put across the line. 13 to 11. 3 maps needed.
Into what Pipson was saying, it's like, how much can you have really put into play on this map so far?
Kamo, 1 HP left on Fluorescent, and the stun was enough. Beautiful from Patatek. In the corner is Kiko as well, and that's the double, almost triple. It's stolen away.
Part to the game, good read on where their opponents were going, and just having this many players on the site, it becomes incredibly difficult. I also do like that we see the sort of late use in running the Tyloo Classic, which, you know, a little bit more niche. I don't know how many people in EMEA were running that one.
あ死んだ
Oh, okay. They still pack a punch. Flank as well being watched.
And already, that is going to be Batu. Being able to find Kamo, the thing is that time is still ticking. The guided salvo denied them again. You can already see 2 uses of it within the round, and that was before the spike even went down. Paranoia has left both players at the back completely blinded, and there's some weaknesses in the weaponry, but that doesn't seem to matter. Avova now tagged desperately low. Shields have regenerated, but that won't help versus a headshot. And now you look at Batu, who was fantastic in the last map, but what can he realistically do here? Absolutely nothing. We could purchase
to that round with 4 Vandals, or like 4 Bulldogs and a Vandal, things like this.
Maybe it wasn't safe, actually. Yeah, it did look like the plant pot was slightly covered. It just looks weird graphically.
That's what I said. You didn't believe me.
No, of course not.
Well, I mean, at this point, 3-0 start. Like I said, the only blind hits into sight, no information, just Sun's guesses, good. And the reveals, bits of information they can get. The stun was good, but the capitalization not there. It's faded by the time they push through. Fluorescent good to land 1 shot, but Kamo keep that angle secure for at least a moment longer. 12 seconds, just need to run the clock down here. With the weaker weapons, damage is most certainly being done. It's Kiko who levels the playing field with the shorty, but the numbers advantage still there for the side of Apex, and the plant coming down with a second left on the clock leaves Nats to watch it all.
Again, they seem to have a fairly solid read, having a couple of players at the back of the site. Fluorescent's initial kill on Batu as well, but then it was almost just like, okay, how can I make the play? Or at least that's what it felt like. Nats being incredibly far away, maybe wanting to try and deny them.
They're not quite sure of the setup that they're facing. They'll find out soon.
The spike is going the other way. That kill sells an idea, but Kiko is still standing. Angle not clear, not expecting a second player to be there, and now what was initially looking like the heat comes the hit. They're going straight back towards Nats, who's just holding on the angle. That second might not be a kill, it almost is with the shorty. And now they have to try and clear out the man who's behind them, using that ultimate to get into
game of patience, and this time it was 1 out. 35 seconds on the clock when they get that kill.
That's the thing. I think Fluorescent checks, but the smoke is being set up by Avova. So that's the problem.
Fight, and then your other player is not involved in the fight. They're just executing.
Thank you, my boy.
You're spot on with that. Team Liquid are building up rifles, though, for Apex. This is where they look to do it.
Already an early stun thrown in. So much utility put into the corner.
うわー面白それそれ面白いな
But it doesn't matter when you have the support. A beautiful
うわ今のおもろ
of the back of the Armageddon stuns and salvo.
うわ初見ゴールすぎるなそれは
And you think about it, Apex have been battling
今
for
のは
A
マジで
every
強
single
くする
round.
と
But Fluorescent gonna have to be, I feel, a well-timed swing almost
今の攻めたくめっちゃおもろいな
Going straight into
ディ
the
フェンダー
firing
側
squad
の
and okay, not the prettiest of sprays.
up for grabs by their opponents. This is wonderful, though. We talked a big game about Foot and how they've been using this agent, how it's been the most impressive display. This opener to this round, though, that is gorgeous, because it takes a little second for the guided salvo to reveal. So you see the ult and you go, what are they, stupid? They left a huge gap over here. I'll just stand, oh no! And there is just nowhere for you to go. Apex have called a timeout after, and as well keeping your rolling thunder. Do you want it pre or post plant? Because post plants have been a struggle so far. Although most rounds have been. Apex, one round on the board. The Blade Storm could be the difference maker, but a big push down mid by Team Liquid sends them into a frenzy. It's Panatek picking up one with Camo. He's stuck down the bottom of mid. Camo gets picked off and a chance to level the playing field. But look at Nats creeping his way up to the door. He's caught him over, and they'll swing together to close this round.
頑張って窓下で引っ張ってエイムがそっち向いてる最中にピークしたらまあ勝つもんな。
Through the wall. So they knew there was at least one player in this position just off the utility that had been used. They'd seen, I think, even a little bit more going towards that garage spot. So they're like, okay, we know there's someone there. We know they've just had a moment to chat and try and fix things. Let's get up in there.
Showed a lot of presence, even started to make noise, so they think that's where the hit's coming in, hoping that aggression would come in from Liquid that they could punish. But Kamek and Kiko are the ones punishing. Sure.
Kill could get the lockdown, but you have to feel that's only going to be utilized if this round feels winnable. And I'm just looking at Patatek set up with a stun there, just waiting to catch him. Even does the deed himself, leaving Avova stuck in the corner.
うわー、リキッド。てかマジうまいな。これアタッカー側になってもテホが待ってるって考えたら結構地獄だけど。あ、目撃してねえのかこれ。
So you deny Team Liquid's mid control early on. You put a player, a key player, down to 12 HP. And how does that scenario end? You lose Fluorescent. You lose a big player right at the start of the round. Camo.
2 players currently going in this direction. They're clearing the angle up close. Camo knows that they're there, but
the easy deduction. Guided salvo online for Kamek to try to rob back some space. Fluorescent down to 14 HP. She's been tagged up in 2 engagements. Stunned now as well, but she's not out of the round just yet. There it is. The kill found. Avova helping out, and Team Liquid finally hitting a hurdle they can't just jump over.
ブリーチウルト1個で取ったのめっちゃでかいな。
You have a complete gamble over on the A side of the map. You have Camo as that solo player taking what was a fairly risky fight. And then the site completely under your control with no ultimates to get back into it.
The rest of the squad after this round anyways.
パティテックが助っ人で暴れたのに去年やった。もう去年どころか数ヶ月前でしょ。
Avova has to get out. Yeah, it cancels the ultimate. At least spots one. They know that Kiko's close. They still have to root him from position. Fluorescent focused elsewhere. Drops one. Turns to help. And ends up being her demise. Luckily, Malzy's good for the trade. And Apex will still make it to the site. Kamek on his way in. He has a gap. And you'll have a 1v1 in a second, but Hype's the one to win it. Camo all alone. Op. There's no question of saving it. They've got the money.
Definitely an opportunity to get back into this game. Seems easier said than done now with just how dominant we've seen this half going in the way of Team Liquid. And I'm looking again at the fact that Armageddon's online. What was set up outside that A site again. I'm hoping we're not about to witness exactly the same thing. No, this time it's just the salvo being used.
Yeah, that could have been disastrous. It is. Camo's double. Patatek with one as well.
これどこにプラントしようとしてもアルマゲドン来るからな。誘導される。
This position does somewhat sell. Bit of a ruse. There could still be a move towards the B side, but that's quickly gone. And wow, that's another real benefit of that salvo. It's just okay. I'm just going to place it exactly where you have placed the lockdown, and it's all too easy. Armageddon even onto the side, but
riding down round 12, map 3. Beautiful setup from Kamek. Love to see that utility in play. Great usage of the agent. Let's see how half 2 fares after the break.
So easily by the guided salvo. Just think about it. He could have that back online already in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, it won't be long. Patatek opening this one up. Halsey's down, Flash is there, but no re-aggression. They're biding their time for Kiko to fire through that Paranoia. They know they'll be grouped up right about now. Paranoia in response to one of their own, and it's a big play for Team Liquid. Double the numbers of Apex in this pistol round. It carries so much weight. That weight now on Fluorescent's shoulders. 40 health. And the guided salvo, it should put this one to bed. The cam's destroyed. The time has already been bought, and now it's done and dusted. Team Liquid.
普通にそこに性別が関係するのってめっちゃ当たり前じゃね？
Nonetheless, Hype is already going to spot the contact. That contact is coming his way.
まあ考え方が違うっていうか。
Got support at least, but look at the utility. Again, it forces you out in the open, and he is being chased. Camo hot in his heels, picks him up, looks for more in the backside. Malzy, low HP, and he'll survive. So will Evolva, thriving in fact. And Malzy wasn't that low. I thought a few more of those bullets had landed onto him. In fact, he's fighting fit and ready to eliminate.
When you've gone for those C-side takes, adapt it slightly. I think Hype does well to sort of just hold his ground long enough. I do think that's going to be one of those things of players sort of adapting their play, of almost looking at it and going, okay, I can survive at least a moment to try and take those fights.
A was pushed, and Fluorescent went all the way through. Now, they fake out C. They make presence here on long, and then try to take down Fluorescent, but that will not be as easy as you might think. Nats at least able to trade, but then Hype goes out for some aggro of his own. It is that tempered aggression we wanted to see, and it's working out for Apex. 3v1 now, with Nats the only man standing. I think this would be an ace for him, but
same thing 3 times in a row. So you try and sell the fake and then go in the other direction, but as you said, Apex weren't just sitting there waiting while they made those C-side takes. They were having progressive movements towards that deep A control, and this time Fluorescent does incredibly well, because even a 1-for-1 trade there, and that is a quick push in towards the A site.
Looking for 12. Team Liquid setting their sights on C again. This time there's no fake, it's a direct approach.
Trying to clear out that backside. Evolva has moved back into the angle that was closed, and while Camo gets his Blade Storm, but unfortunately already dead. Hype, this is his time to shine. 4 kills, Fluorescent with 1. That means that, okay, you want to invest into an operator, you can. It's not as much of a risk. It won't put you out of the game. And funnily enough, that is exactly what Fluorescent has done.
It's exactly what Team Liquid did last map as well, on their fight back into the game.
With Rolling Thunder as well.
Attack side, Rolling Thunder, breach stuns as well for just pushing into side. It seems like it'll be easier to use. Apex getting ahead of the problem. They're already pushing up short. Camo good for the first, but the stun, it slows him down. Fluorescent's waiting patiently for that opportunity, and there it is.
The lockdown. I think that's the reason they're willing to give this up completely, is they can clear a lot of those positions, but Nats, he doesn't want to allow them to even put it down in the first place. He's going to try and get ahead of any of that utility. It's something that surely has to be expected. Dart through, they don't realize how close he is. It's a good trade, but then Kiko's here as well. Liquid has done fantastically to turn this back, and look at the HP. 6 and 25, take that 0, and now just Blood standing Bucks.
Had slammed the door shut in Team Liquid's face and had turned the key, but somehow Team Liquid, they cracked that lock. They're back in the game, they're leading. They need 1 round with 6 chances to do it, and so far they've looked clean. Even here, the use of the Armageddon is nice. The paranoia right in front as well. There was
he's opted to switch over to the Odin. That landed. Kamix down to 32 HP.
That was absolutely lovely. Nice idea. Kamix still though drawing air for now. Denial of the plans, perhaps some damage done. As a result, Panatek will go down. They spam the angle as well. Okay, opening pick found freely. Kamik down low. This is the first hurdle. The lockdown even used just to ensure it. It's a good thing as well, with Camo finding 1. 8 seconds to get off that site. Still a player on backside, but Kiko has ultimate. Is he going to try to cancel the ulti? No, instead he's just fighting forward. They didn't expect to see that much resistance, and it's ball time here. 5 seconds left. That's going to deny a defuse. It's coming in. Defuse is already underway. There it is eventually.
わあ、誘導される。これオペで持ってったらしいんだ。あ、これノータイムになるな。あ、GG。
わあ、GG。It's Team Liquid 13-6.